we've seen people argue for a good while now, at least, how the left and the right are equally violent, how, making comparisons to, the right being Nazis or fascists, things like that, how, well, that kind of rhetoric is just as dangerous, just as harmful. That's what leads to things like the unfortunate assassination of Charlie Kirk, for example. And we are told these things. And we have this narrative given to us that it's equal on both sides, that the left and the right both equally attack each other and like all kind of things of that nature. And I think we have a pretty recent news story that shows the hypocrisy of this concept and the how this just isn't true more than anything. Hey everyone, my name's Christian and I have a lot to say about many things. I want to talk about something MAGA never will. From BBC, dad shot daughter after argument about Donald Trump. Lucy Harrison was killed at the home of her father in Prosper, Texas, prompting a manslaughter investigation. So we're just going to read through this article. To be honest with you, here we are going to go ahead and read through this and then kind of provide some commentary and some commentary along the way. You know how it is. So this is brought to us, it looks like, by Johnny Humphreys. They're the author. A British woman who was shot dead by her father while visiting his home in Texas had argued with him about U.S. President Donald Trump earlier that day. An inquest has heard. Lucy Harrison from Warrington in Cheshire was shot in the chest on the 10th of January 2025 in Prosper, which is near Dallas. Police in the town investigated the 23-year-old's death was possible manslaughter, but no criminal case was brought against Chris Harrison after a grand jury in Collin County declined to indict him. An inquest into Lucy Harrison's death opened earlier at Cheshire Connors Court, where her boyfriend Sam Littler described the big argument about Trump, who was preparing to be inaugurated for his second term in office. Littler, who traveled to the U.S. with Lucy Harrison for the holiday, said she would often become upset with her father when he spoke about owning a gun. The inquest also heard how Chris Harrison, who moved to the United States when his daughter was a child, had previously been to rehab for alcohol addiction. Chris Harrison, who did not attend the inquest, admitted in a statement sent to the court that he had relapsed on the day of the shooting and had drunk about 500 milligrams of white wine. Littler said on the morning of January 10th, his partner had asked her father during the Trump row, "How would you feel if the girl in that situation and if I was the girl in that situation and I had been sexually assaulted?" Chris Harrison had replied that he had two other daughters who lived with him, so it wouldn't upset him much. So basically, this family is from England. They moved to Texas. Lucy eventually moved back to England. She was on holiday with her with her boyfriend. Her dad and her and her dad got in a dispute about Trump's reinauguration. and about, basically must have been some conversation about, how can you support this man, like he's done horrible things to women, especially, like, how do you think I feel, being a woman, how would you feel if he assaulted me? To which he flippantly responds, well, I have two other daughters, so it wouldn't really bother me. I cannot imagine what it must feel like to be told by your kid, yes, if the person I want in office raped you, I would still support them and I wouldn't really care. I mean, it tracks. Trump himself said he could shoot someone on 5th Street or 3rd Avenue or whatever it was, and he still wouldn't lose any votes. Littler, this is all the testimony, it sounds like, is all ultimately from from Lucy's boyfriend. Littler said Lucy became quite upset and ran upstairs. Can't imagine why. And of course, it's just a picture of Trump being inaugurated. He told the court later that day, about half an hour before they were due to leave to go to the airport, Lucy had been in the kitchen when her father took her by the hand and led her into his ground floor bedroom. Littler said he heard a loud bang about 15 seconds later, and then Chris Harrison screamed for his wife, Heather. Littler said, I remember running into the room, and Lucy was lying on the floor near the entrance to the bathroom, and Chris was just screaming some sort of nonsense. Once again, I also can't imagine being the mother of the daughter who has now just likely had her, not had, but like experienced her daughter being killed by her husband, by the father of her children. And to be that boyfriend, oh my god. I've thought about this. I, it's kind of like when Renee Good was killed. If that was my partner, like, her partner, I feel like if someone did something like that to someone that I loved, especially my romantic partner, um, be it girlfriend or wife, whatever stage we're in our relationship, I would probably either be killed myself or be walking away in handcuffs, because I'm sorry, in that moment, I'd probably take the gun and kill the dad myself. I don't know. I don't know if I would, you know? It's a lot easier to say something than to be in a situation, as a matter of fact. But and same if I was the mother. I cannot. They're trying to say, apparently he got off with it being seen as an accident or things like that. If he brought her in 15 seconds and within 15 seconds, it wasn't like, oh, here, let me show you this gun, bang. No, he brought her in there to kill her. Like, let's be honest. Let's be so fucking honest about this shit. Now, okay, the statement from Chris Harrison said he and his daughter had been watching a news item on gun crime when he told her he had a gun and asked her if she wanted to see it. They went into the bedroom so he could show her a Glock 9mm semi-automatic handgun, which he kept in the bedside cabinet. Harrison said he had bought the gun a couple of years before because he wanted a sense of security for his family. He denied ever discussing it with his daughter before. He said, as I lifted the gun to show her, I suddenly heard a loud bang. I didn't understand what happened. Lucy immediately fell. So, I don't know for a fact, but I'm just going to give my 2 cents or my opinion. That's the whole point, right, of this channel. What I think likely happened is he was very angry at the conversation they were having. He let the anger and possibly alcoholism get the best of him. Thought, you know what? I wouldn't really care if my daughter was raped. I don't really care if she dies either. Took her down to the cellar or whatever. Maybe it's a basement or something. We don't. I live in Florida. We don't have basements. But wherever it was, some like whatever, and shot her. And I imagine what happened after the fact is he realized right after that, he was like, oh my God, I just killed my daughter. And either felt extreme remorse for the fact that he killed his own fucking daughter, or he felt extreme, like, what? I'm going to get fucking locked up for this. As he should. You know, I'm gonna lose everything. My wife's going to leave me. I imagine he probably doesn't treat her very well either. That's beside the point. Harrison said he could not recall whether his finger was on the trigger. Have the fucking safety on, you fucking troglodyte. He acknowledged he had issues with alcohol in the past and said he briefly relapsed on the day of his daughter's death because he was emotional about her. The inquest heard police officer Luciana Escalera, whose evidence was read, noticed the smell of alcohol in Harrison's breath when he was called to the house after the shooting. CCTV footage showed he had bought 2 500 milligram cartons of Chardonnay from a 7-Eleven shortly before 5 p.m. that day. I'm glad they did that because I fucking hate military time. And then I guess this is the case itself. Force of life. Anna Samuel, representing Chris Harrison, made an application. Okay, this is something else, by the way. If you're a lawyer and you are representing people who you know are guilty of something, how the fuck do you live with yourself? Genuinely. Like, if you're representing someone who's innocent and you're trying to get them off and all that, like, I totally get that. Like, we need good lawyers for things like that, right? But if you're the defense, or you're the prosecutor and you know you're in the wrong, you know your client, if you're a lawyer in any capacity and you know your client is in the wrong, how the fuck do you sleep at night? Like, I genuinely don't get it. Just side thing. Anyway, I'll just start over. Anna Samuel, representing Chris Harrison, made an application at the start of the hearing for coroner Jacqueline Devonish to recuse herself from the case, saying a fair-minded observer may conclude that there was a real possibility she was biased. Did she know the family firsthand? She said the inquest had been conducted in a manner more akin to a criminal investigation than it is a criminal investigation. What the fuck? Who is Anna Samuel? We're going to find out about this real quick here. I don't know, fucking lawyer, British lawyer. Or here, we can just do, that doesn't fucking help. Anna Samuel, Harrison case. This is just UK inquest finds British woman was killed unlawfully. Well, yeah. Dad shot daughter after arguing about Trump. The Independent British. Okay, so we're not finding anything on this Anna person specifically. If anyone can find anything on her, I'd be interested. Yeah. Yeah, this is pretty much okay. It is a criminal investigation. Lois Norris, representing Lucy Harrison's mother, Jane Coates, said the application was an ambush by Mr. Harrison's legal team. Yeah. Yeah, 100%. She said Chris Harrison was the person in the room who shot Miss Harrison and the only person in the room when it happened. Yeah. Devonish refused the application to recuse herself. Okay. In a statement issued by his solicitors, Chris Harrison said he fully accepted the consequences of his actions. Did he? There isn't a day I don't feel the weight of that loss, a weight I will carry for the rest of my life, he said. Coates said the daughter, who worked for a buyer for fashion brand Boohoo, was a real force of life. She said she cared, she was passionate about things, she loved to have debates about things that meant a lot to her. The inquest was adjourned until Wednesday when the coroner is expected to deliver her conclusion. So that is today at the time of recording. I wonder. Let's see. Are there any updates on this? 1 day ago, 4 hours ago. Actually, that was the one I was just opening. Was talking about. Let me see here. This was as of 4:26 today. No, that's 4 minutes 26 seconds. Okay, yada yada. Coroner concluded that while the gun. Okay, hold up. Okay, so there is more. This is yeah, this is as of today, at the time of recording. Well, I think this is going to come out today, actually. Um, February 11th. A British coroner's court on Wednesday ruled that a 23-year-old yada yada unlawfully. Texas last year was killed unlawfully. Finding okay. The woman Lucy. Yada, yada. Yeah. Okay. So know about this. A grand jury in Texas declined to indict Mr. Harrison after the shooting. The British inquest, in its conclusion, found that Mr. Harrison had accidentally discharged the gun while showing it to Lucy. Okay, I just don't believe that. Jacqueline Devonish, the coroner, said that Mr. Harrison had committed an unlawful killing on the grounds of gross negligence, manslaughter, at the least, yeah. The coroner concluded that while the gun discharged accidentally, the wound to the chest could have occurred only with the gun pointed directly at Lucy Harrison, who was standing across the room. Jesus Christ. To shoot her through the chest while she was standing would have required him to have been pointing the gun at his daughter while checking for bullets and pulling the trigger. Yeah, there's no shot. Like, that's not, if you're going to show someone a gun, you're not going to, oh, here, stand over there and let me fucking, like, point the gun at you. No, oh, okay. Miss Devonish said in her ruling, which was filled with the Cheshire Coroner's Court in Warrington, England, southwest of Manchester. Whilst I accept that there was a lack of intent on the part of Mr. Harrison, I don't. She added, for the reasons stated, I do find that his actions were truly exceptionally bad and reprehensible, so as to amount to gross negligence. Again, at the least. Mr. Harrison, who could not be reached on Wednesday, did not attend the inquest. He said in a statement reported by BBC that as he lifted the gun to show it to his daughter, he immediately heard a bang. No, 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 no. That's bullshit. You do not fucking show somebody off a gun by pointing it to them. That's bullshit. I I have never shot a gun in my life, but I have been in the presence of real guns. People have shown me their guns. I have seen guns. I promise you, when they show you a gun, they're not pointing it at you. If they point it at you, that is a fucking threat at the least. There's only one time someone ever points the gun at you. I don't care if the safety is on. That's bullshit, and they fucking know it. Mr. Harrison, who could not be reached on Wednesday, did not attend the inquest. He said in a statement reported by the BBC that he lifted the gun, yada, yada. I don't understand what happened, he wrote in a statement. Lucy immediately fell, yada, yada, yada. Mr. Harrison said in a statement reported by the Liverpool Echo that he, okay, there's no day, yada, yada. The ruling has no legal effect in the United States. Jane Coates, Lucy Harrison's mother, said in a statement that while she understood that the ruling was made in a coroner's court and not in a criminal court, she still welcomed it after an unrelenting year of deep shock, grief, and fight. She also said that the grand jury in Texas seemed to have no option but to conclude that no prosecution would be brought based on the evidence they were presented with. If they concluded that she was shot from a distance with the gun pointed at her, there is no shot, pardon the pun, that there's no way that it was a fucking act. You're not. It's not an accident. Well, what were you being fucking James Bond and you were like, oh hey, oh shit, oh my god, how did I fuck you? That's such bullshit. Just reading, just reading the shooting on January 10th, 2025. Lucy Harrison was relaxing in the basement of her. Yeah, okay, we read this. Littler, loud bang, yada yada yada. Nightstand, bed, kept a Glock, handgun in a box in a. Wait, is that his bedroom? Could smell alcohol. Had accidentally discharged. Bullshit. British and American gun laws differ significantly. In Texas, it is legal to own a gun without a license. There's one of your problems. While in Britain, the rules are much stricter. Prospective gun owners must have a firearms license issued by the police to possess or acquire a firearm or shotgun. Mr. Coates, who had separated from Mr. Harrison many years ago, said in her statement that we respectfully accept that our two cultures are different in regards to firearms, yet we feel Texas gun laws did not keep Lucy safe from harm. 100% not. She said that the grand jury hearing in the United States lacked the rigor and scrutiny that she would have expected to have been applied in the if the case had been heard in Britain. Yeah, that is fucking horrific. But the crazy thing is, like the real crazy thing is, MAGA's not going to talk about this. This doesn't serve their agenda. It is a white blonde woman who has been killed, but it wasn't by an immigrant or a black person or a trans person. You know, you have a cuck turd, which is like anti-cat turd, if you will. The people that posted a billion times about Irina, and we'll get to that in a minute, and Lake and Riley are completely silent about Lucy Harrison's MAGA dad killing her, and saying he didn't care if Trump raped her. Say her name, MAGA, 100%. Can I just? Okay, thank you. And then you have from Jay Whitty, "You're a moron. This is over a year. This is over a year and was ruled an accident by a court of law. Are you that desperate for a story? What was her side of the story? Oh, right, she was dead and there were no other witnesses. Exactly. But no, they concluded it was done from a distance. There's no other like you don't point a gun at someone without intent to. You just don't. What did people? What? Oh, I didn't mean to reply. I wanted to see. Yeah, show replies. This is a year old, and you're speculating and slandering. If I were you, I'd be worried. What? No. What? Okay, great. So they're just attacking our. Is this even real? It's not really related to what I'm talking about here. Is that even real? It doesn't matter. It's not. If it is, it's a infringement on our rights, of course. But you know, sure, you people must be the dumbest people on this planet. Anything to do with TDS? TDS is killing your daughter because she's not a cultist, dumb fuck. Recent global data from the 1990s to present show that right-wing extremists have committed far more ideologically motivated attacks than left-wing ones. In Trump's America, you don't even get charged with murder. Yeah, the killing here. The killer of Lucy Harrison, 23, killed last year, was not prosecuted for her murder. Under Trump, it's totally okay to murder someone as long as they were defending Trump in an argument. Or is this person put? In Trump's America, you don't even get charged with murder as long as you do it in Trump's name. Sound familiar? Yeah. No, I wanted to retweet it. No, just fucking retweet. My voters wouldn't care if I banged their kid in front of them. Honestly, true. Again, he did say he could shoot someone on Fifth Ave or Third, whatever. Another MAGA pedo. Louisiana man who's affiliated with the Republican Party, Michael Taylor, has been arrested on charges of he sexually assaulted. Okay, not surprising. Started arguing about Trump, yada yada yada. Yeah, so basically just posting the story itself. What is this?
I don't know, roasting babies and eating them like Epstein's doing at the island confirmed, I think all you'd say, well, damn, we can't support him. Be like if you had a neighbor who's a really nice guy you knew for a year, played poker with him, went on trips with him, you find out the guy's got dead kids buried in his basement like John Wayne Gacy. Just, I don't have to defend myself to you people. The average right-winger is much more moral than the average leftist, but a lot of you are in a cult too, okay? It's fucked up. It's fucked up.
So so he's calling out the hypocrisy. Okay, I mean, fucking standing on business at least a little bit. They're playing silent on this also. What's this?
Florida. 44-year-old Andrew Johnson is accused of molesting an 11-year-old boy.
Oh, yeah. A ton of people who have been pardoned, like when Trump first got in and he pardoned all the J6ers, they were fucking arrested again for, like, CP or, like, actually molesting, kids and stuff like that. Yeah, it's fucking, like, they just went right back in.
Times.
You're going to talk about the recidivism rate, goddamn.
Last year, Johnson met the child on Discord. According to an affidavit, Johnson gifted the boy an iPhone to keep the abuse a secret. He also told the child that since he was pardoned for storming the Capitol, he was being awarded $10 million as a result of being a January 6ther, and that he would be putting him in his will to take over what money he had left over. Trump talked about the possibility of compensating the January 6th rioters, but so far no one has received.
It's such a small thing, but I'm really glad whatever this news organization is called them what they are, rioters. I mean, they're insurrectionists, but she wasn't killed by an illegal or a black guy. It doesn't fit their narrative, and they can't use the killer as a scapegoat, so they don't really care 100%. MAGA is literally a death cult, sick and twisted pedophiles. So you're telling me Elon Musk hasn't tweeted about her 50 times yet? I suppose the prerequisite would be her dad be black, then maybe he'd care. Yeah. Recent Peace Lake and Riley, a woman who was senselessly murdered, and MAGA yells, say her name. All senselessly murdered in school shootings from Columbine to Robb Elementary. What is this? Yeah. It's not good. But they will never, that's a lot of fucking people. But they will never, Jay Whitty, I'm sorry she died. The grand jury had plenty of information to go on, including police officers' testimony and ballistics. He was an idiot, not a murderer. He was a murderer. Well, I can't say that officially, but I personally believe this was murder, 100%. In Texas, a grand jury reviewed the case and declined to indict Chris Harrison, yada, yada, yada. No UK coroner's inquest has no legal... No, yes, obviously in other countries, legal... What does that fucking mean, bro? What's your point? MAGAs can only pronounce the names of white people killed by immigrants, blacks, and Democrats. MAGA never cared about Laken Riley. They use her as a political pawn. If Riley were killed by a white man, they wouldn't give a shit, 100%. 100%. This seems to be investigated for sure. It seems the dad didn't want to let the daughter leave after she probably owned his ass during the Trump arguments. You know how fragile Trumpers are. Just speculating, but it's true. Her flight was in 30 minutes before she got shot. They never really cared about the lives lost. They only care about the racism. No, so this is the big thing, right? Many of these people legitimately only, like, they do not care about making things better for other people. They don't even care. They don't even care. Whiteness will not save you anymore. They do not care even if you're like white or anything. They only care if it fits their narrative. I mean, look at when Trump was shot. Immediately, they ran to say, oh, it's a leftist, it's this, it's that, da, da, da. And all the people on the left, anybody to the left of center or even to the left of these fucking, right-wing dipshits, were like, please don't be a fucking trans, black, or immigrant person. Like, none of those, because we know those are the targets and those are what they'll use. Just like they did with the Laken Riley thing. Laken Riley, her murderer, was arrested and convicted accordingly. The reason that we have things like say her name, say their name, whatever it may be, I know officially it's say her name, but really say their name, right? Is when there are crimes that are committed, normally by the police state, but there are crimes that are committed one way or the other that are not properly, justice is not served. And then been silent for a year because this happened a year ago. Texas opted not to even indict the guy for a thing. No manslaughter, recklessness with firearm, nothing. It's horrific. Dude should have copped an involuntary manslaughter charge, getting drunk and playing with a gun. At least, yeah. 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 And yet, last year, you see how MAGA is about this kind of shit, right? Not a fucking word, right? All the people talking about this, you search Lucy Harrison, it's all people pointing out how, like, was shot and killed by her father for speaking out against Trump, breaking 23. Like, none of these people, MAGA, yeah, calling out MAGA, all this stuff, right? Yada, 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 yeah. So many fathers have chosen Donald Trump over their own daughters, over their own children. The damage that the elite pedophile cabal has done to this country is so sick. Rest in peace, Lucy Harrison, yeah. British things died in ticks. Lucy Harrison was British, but visiting her dad in Texas. He's a Trump supporter. Lucy asked how she was really, yeah. Victim of MAGA, yeah. Everybody talking about this is on the left. Or at least we're not fucking MAGA retards. And yet, when this shit happened, this is also horrific, right? Irina, I believe it is, Irina or Irana, Zaruska, a refugee from Ukraine, she was stabbed, she was murdered by a person who, yes, happened to be black. But it's very important to understand that when it comes to things like that, it's not because he's black. Just like the other dude, it's not because he's what. It is because he's fucking brainwashed by MAGA. Sorry, when you're in a cult, cults like cause people to do crazy shit. But the right couldn't shut up about this. Let's see what Fox News had to say. I apologize in advance.
And we have a Fox News alert. We're learning more about the
News.
killer who took Irina Zarutska's life back in August in Charlotte. One thing's certain, DeCarlos Brown Jr. should have never been allowed to roam the streets.
Why are we?
Fox News correspondent Marianne Rafferty with more.
Yeah, Charlie, 3 months after she was brutally murdered, police have released body cam footage that shows an encounter local police officers had with her alleged killer. The newly released video from a January welfare check showing DeCarlos Brown being arrested just months before that attack on Irina Zarutsky. Listen to what he had to say.
Tell me, what's going on?
My body got exposed to material that I need you guys to investigate due to the fact that medic ain't got no test or scan to investigate what my body got exposed to. And I've been doing this for like 3 years now.
What'd your body get exposed to?
Huh?
What'd your body get exposed to?
You guys have to investigate the name of the material to fix my emergency.
What was it?
Huh?
What was it?
That's what I'm trying to give to you.
Now, Brown claimed there was someone inside him controlling him. He stated at one point that he was mentally perfect, but that mental health professionals had.
Okay. So, yeah, he was mentally unwell. He needs help, however that looks, psychiatric help. But what this was used to say, why are we doing this? Oh, that's my bad. These activist judges need to be arrested. The judge who released the murderer should be accountable. Too bad judges, judge, electric chair. I got that white girl. D. Carlos Brown Jr. Rest in peace. How I hate scum that does this on the daily. Back in court so they can set him free again. Her actual killer, accused killer, get it right, Fox. These are judges. Okay, what?
Had tried to diagnose him with schizophrenia in the past. Prior to stabbing Zarutska, DeCarlos Brown Jr. had been arrested for.
Yeah, this is insane. Someone should not be in and out of prison like this. This is not good. This is a failure of the justice system, though. However, many people on the right, can you think of something, just anything that they might have focused on about him? You know, maybe it was his height. He's tall. You know, oh, you know, we don't like tall men now. Lanky, skinny. Maybe that was it. No, I don't think that was it. You know, were they saying, oh, we need a curfew? Well, that would be really bad too. But you know, saying we shouldn't have people around. I mean, was it something he's wearing? You know, no, it was the usual. You know, comments of, you know, these people can't be, shouldn't be in society and stuff. There is a, Jesus Christ. Yeah, outrage ensues. What's this? I don't give a fuck.
She was there for the first time. We are
Is there a
hearing.
way? I need to see if there's a way to update those settings. Could have been prevented if he was never at to begin with. Okay, let's see.
Commuter on board the train when a refugee from Ukraine was stabbed to death. In an Inside Edition exclusive, she says she's so traumatized she never wants to get on a train again. She's coming forward as many are asking what the other passengers did to help. Ann Mercogliano has our report, and again, we want to warn you, this video is upsetting.
Did anyone come to her aid? There's more fallout today over the horrific murder of 23-year-old Irina Zarutska on a train. Fellow passengers don't seem to realize how badly hurt Irina is. Surveillance video shows her collapsed to the floor. She's almost out of sight. After the murder, accused killer DeCarlos Brown can be seen stalking the rail car, mumbling to himself, his knife dripping with blood. He's bleeding from a
Yeah, he was like crazy.
cut hand. Horrified passengers try to get out of his way. When Brown gets off the train, other passengers can be seen running to help Irina. Takar Howard was sitting several seats away. Do you think people should have helped her?
I really do think people should have helped her. I think a lot of them didn't know what to do in that situation. I think a lot of them were shocked.
The shocking slaying has touched a nerve with male model John Rudak, who suffered a slashed face when he tried to help two women hassled on a train while on vacation in Germany.
If I would have been there, my first priority would have been her. She was obviously losing blood.
Do you think they were scared for their own lives?
I think they were scared for their own lives, and that's completely understandable. She was scared, holding herself, and then slumped over unconscious. And they just let her lie there.
Meanwhile, DeCarlos Brown's sister Tracy confronted her brother during a jailhouse visit, posing the question everyone is asking.
She's from the Ukraine, so I'm just trying to understand, out of all people, why her?
Brown, a schizophrenic, blames voices controlling him.
I don't have nothing. They just lashed out on her. That's what happened.
And Irina's family is breaking their silence for the first time, saying in a statement, Irina came here to find peace and safety, and instead her life was stolen from her in the most horrific way. No family should have to go through this.
Yeah. No, that's for, and I agree. By the way, the person who the people who keep letting him out, like that, you can't do that. But here's a video, for example. The tragic death. I hate these channels. that just like I don't know, this true crime stuff is like fucking crazy.
You're likely familiar.
So this is a video about you know how, oh well, it's not the same, and you know this has happened to, you know, white women on these trains before, and oh, it was these scary Hispanic people. I think I'm guessing he's Hispanic. He might be you know, which by the way, the woman who was attacked seems to be Latin as well. But you know, one thing that is important to note, all three of these women are young and beautiful, and that is important because the news and, in all honesty, general society really doesn't care unless they value them in some way. But when we have like beautiful women, you know, taken, oh, now it matters. Homeless people get murdered and such all the time. We know about, yeah, what's this? 1352. You guys probably know what 1352 is in reference to, but what is in reference to? Let's just no. Yeah. This is it. Where is it? Uh, or 1350, whatever. Yeah, it's like 13. Oh, it's like 13% of Black Americans commit 50% of crime or something. What is it? 13. Oh, also come up as 1390 or 1392, according to the ADL. Regardless of what percentage anti-Black racists claim, one can debunk the 1350 myth in seconds just by reading the chart, specifically where it leads. Total arrests on the FBI, just like that, 1350 debunked. Right, but I was 13% of the U.S. population. Yeah. 13% of the U.S. population are Yeah, okay, that's it. The black people make up 13% of the U.S. population, yet are responsible for 50% of the crimes. The kind of people that are going to videos, even like this, that are supposed to be like apolitical, fucking whatever, right? Jesus Christ. God damn, that's fucked. Anyway, you see this person liking these, this first degree guilty, and this supposedly apolitical, what are they called? Like true crime channel. That's not what I wanted. God damn it, not. I wanted a popular. True crime. Right. But you see, the narrative that these guys are pushing. Let's look up. Daily reminder, we have not forgotten about. Okay, great, but from women posting L's, you piece of shit. It's just from this, you piece of shit. From MAGA Mountain. Never forget how the justice system has failed by corrupt judges that let things like this happen. Irina Zaretska? Wait, I don't think he had it right. No, it's Zaruska, not Zaretska. A Ukrainian woman who came was murdered by a black man in August. Yeah, same man who's been arrested 14 times, previous judges. Every single time, the same Democratic judge. We won't forget RWDS. What is RWDS? Real World Denial Solutions? I don't fucking know. I don't think we need the article in there. What is RWDS? Right Wing Death Squad. Oh my fucking god. Let's see. Oh, this was February 10th. Oh. Oh, so on the same... Really now? So on the same day that this news came out, they decided to say, hey, remember Irina? She was killed by a black man. You are a piece of shit. Like, myself and other people can acknowledge that it was fucking horrific what happened to Irina, and it should have never happened. I can also acknowledge that it is not because the man is black. It is because of the justice system, and that, but you see the way these people talk about this, right? Your daily reminder, yada, yada, yada. She fled to Ukraine only to be stabbed, da, da, da. Did he even fucking say that? Still not a single hate crime charge. It wasn't a hate crime. It was a dude who was, like, mentally fucking compromised. Like, he had schizophrenia. He needs to be in some kind of, like, mental ward and needs help. Daily reminder. Fuck this fucking... Nobody rioted. Bro. The left didn't care about Irina Verska, or was a refugee assassinated by a low-life... You guys don't care about Ukraine! What are you talking about? A criminal with a lengthy criminal record dating back to 2011, including 3 felony convictions for armed robbery, felony larceny, and breaking and entering. Okay. Yeah, it's fuck... I don't... What... Like... It's fucking horrific. Isn't he... We do need that article back. Oh, god damn it. Oh my god. Alright. Oh, do I already have it here? No. Oh, she was a cook? Okay. Okay, fuck off. Who was the man? Oh, it was something... Yeah. De Carlos Brown. Let me guess. De Carlos Brown appears in federal court after... Okay. Has not been released. Okay, that's good. Yeah, it looks... He was arrested again. What are you...
Tonight, 9 investigates. Channel 9 uncovered...
Was not released early despite being on early release. How was he on early... I don't know. Free him now. They gotta be joking. Death row is... He doesn't know. He needs fucking help, man. Man, we are... We are such a fucking vindictive society, I swear. Person's struggled with this fucking mental issue his whole fucking life, and it's caused him to even kill people. Not saying he shouldn't be held accountable, but, like, come on, dude. He needs help. Man accused of kill. Okay. Looks like he's fucking... Yeah, he wasn't released. He's in prison. Why would there be riot? Like, you fucking idiot. I mean, again, they know what they're doing. But, like, yeah. Please vandalize. Why? There are now 3 murals of that have been vandalized. The newest one being Irina was an innocent Ukrainian refugee blatantly murdered by a career criminal. She is the woman that has captured the hearts of the world, Irina. Yeah, but you fuckers only care about her, not even because she was a pretty blonde white woman. You only care about her because she was killed by a black person. Because, again, clearly, you don't give a fuck if they're killed by one of your own. Can't believe you just said that instead of talking about Ghislaine, we should talk about Irene. Oh my fucking god. Yeah, of course they're trying to... Everything's a fucking distraction. Okay, is this guy actually posting this shit daily? Irene is dead because we allowed this? One of the worst things happened to America was allowing women... Oh my fucking god. Suicidal empathy. Yeah, they love saying shit like that now. Suicidal empathy, the sin of empathy, all that shit. Irina died at 23, her life was taken senselessly. Yeah, I mean, that's fine to post something like that. At least this person, as far as I can tell, I'm not digging into the tweet itself, but, you know, they're not fucking, you know, yeah, nothing about, like, we need to lock up these animals, or there has never been more terrifying time to be a woman in America. I mean, yeah, like, their rights are pretty under attack right now. It's pretty fucked up. Like, yeah, you're right. It's never been a more terrifying. Like, I don't get this, because I mean, I do get it, because like women are pawns to these people, but like the right hates women. They want to subjugate women. They're working every day to strip their rights more and more. Like, we literally, it's not even bad enough that we had fucking Roe v. Wade overturned. There are people now actually trying to like hear out cases in states to overturn no fault divorce. Like, what the fuck are we? What are we doing? Her story. Her story did make headlines. You piece of shit. Won't be protesting her name, but her life mattered. Yeah. Sorry. This is another. Lose her life senselessly in America on her way home. Yeah. Haunting. A staged photo op. I didn't see any posts from you about what? There won't be protests in her name, but her life mattered. Yeah, her life did matter. Like, it was super fucked up. It's not okay. Are these real or is this AI? You can't fucking tell anymore, dude. White dude W's. Oh my fucking god. You know, with a name like that, with these, what? I mean, fucking. Because this is all right. Because this is the thing, right? It's like a lot of the fucking like MRA people. They don't actually care about men's rights. People that are like, I don't know, about supporting white people don't actually care about white people. They just want to put down other races more. They just want to put down women more, and so on. Like, it's they don't care about fucking helping people. Champion for white people. Men don't follow titles. National liberals, conservatism. Okay, by the way, this penguin meme is like literally like, this is suicidal. Like, this is actually there's a whole thing about it. Jews should stop attacking Muslims and go after their real enemy, white Christians. Michael Moore. I mean, I don't know if I agree with that, but why? This is some fucking AI trash. Oh, fuck it. No, I don't fucking. What's this? The UK. Are you radicalized yet? What? I've had enough of this now. Protecting. In the UK, 3 British men who protested because a young girl was raped by an illegal immigrant have been jailed for. Oh, god damn it. I thought it was a picture. It's a fucking TikTok video. Why do they all have AI faces? Why do all their mouths look like that? Fuck off with the sappy fucking music bullshit. In the UK, 3 British men who protested because a young girl was raped by an illegal immigrant have been jailed for a longer period than the illegal immigrant rape. I mean, if that's true, that's fucking horrific. But I don't know what this is referencing, so I can't speak on it. Black man claims if white people talk about black on white statistics, it will prevent black people from feeding their family. What? Oh, it's too fucking. All right, fucking. This is
Violent and white people? Yeah, it's obvious.
That's obvious? Why is that? Because it's like...
the black. But if you look at the stats, a black man is actually approximately 38 times more likely to murder a white man than a white man is to murder a black man.
Do you believe that? Do you believe that?
The black people are more violent than white people? Yeah, it's obvious.
That's obvious? Why is that? Because
it's observably true.
I mean, because that's racist, bro. Think about it, right?
What does that mean, though? What does racist mean?
Because it's racist, because...
Jesus Christ, dude. Seriously? Oh, what's right? This is fucking, he's, the white guy's trolling. Well, how is it racist? I just said black people are inherently more violent. You piece of... You know exactly how.
And what I mean when I say racist, because things like that, it potentially stops me from being able to provide for myself and my family. Wait. Yes, racism is you having the ability to stop somebody from doing what they need to provide. Because look, think about it. You said black people are more violent, right? With that, you spreading that type of rhetoric is going to make other white people scared of me and possibly not want to hire me.
Okay, I hear you. Let me respond to you.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm really...
Yeah, okay, I understand what he's talking about. I mean, he's not wrong. Like, those kind of things are how, like, you lead into systemic racism and stuff like that. 100%.
This is fascinating. Okay, so if I make the observation that black people kill more white people than the other way around, you're saying that by me making that observation...
The most people who kill white people are other white people. The most people who kill black people, well, generally it's other black people, but if we take cops into consideration, it might be white people.
I'm preventing black people from providing for their family?
There's astute observations and there's rhetorics. Astute observation is, hey, I just watched somebody get hit by a car. But when you say, hey, black people are more likely...
What is even the point in, like, arguing with this kind of guy? The whole point, like, I know the white guy's point, but, like, he's just gonna try and make you look bad. Which is exactly what he's doing.
Hit people with cars, and then you guys use like made up statistics. That's kind of a
think about it like this. I appreciate your time, by the way. You're a smart guy. We're watching city traffic happen right now, right? Sure. Everything seems to be systematically organized. Nobody's being hurt. So anecdotally, based off what we can see right now, we wouldn't assume that driving around in cars is like a dangerous practice. But reliably, every single year, 30,000 people die in vehicular crashes. So regardless of what I'm observing right now, the stats still hold true that driving is...
You just disproved your own argument. Also, you do not rely on... Do you know... Okay. You don't rely just on observation, but at the same time, when it comes to things like driving, something we all do every day, yeah, you can't let fucking statistics, like, make you never want to drive, because, like, in comparison to how many drivers there are on the road every single day, like, the main road that I drive for my job, every fucking day there's an accident, without fail. At least one. But I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm not going to drive this road because I'm going to get in an accident. I might not. I'm going to do my best to make sure I stay safe, and I hope. But, like, most people who drive don't get in accidents. Also, what are we considering accidents? Are we, like, fender benders? Or are we talking, like, I don't know, like, you bump into someone real briefly? Are we talking side swipes? Like, what are we talking, you know?
Potentially dangerous. So you have to take that idea and put it onto the racial component as well.
The racial dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from, but why though?
The reason why it matters to me is because black people actually kill a lot of white people, and people don't talk about it. It is true.
How is it racist? Let me just give you my racist statistics. What? He's calling me racist? Piece of shit. White people must become radicalized? Yeah, dude, that's a fucked up thing, but that's not because they're black and the other person's white. Or whatever. Are they black? Okay. Yeah, they're a piece of shit. That's really fucked up. And yes, they should be arrested for assault and battery and, like, yes, but Okay, we're not, what is this?
Was too long. She feels he hasn't mentally matured yet and never had a real shot at...
Cuts a remorseless thug sent... also, I'm sure many of you watching this know, but The dog whistle for thugs. Just say the N-word, dude. Just say the N-word. These people should never be in a position of authority. But yeah, what is it about the? Okay, I'll tell you what. To be fair, this one's a double. All right, let's play that. Let's play that game again. What could they possibly be referring to when they say these people shouldn't be in positions of power? Let's see. People with black hair? No, there's plenty of people with black hair. Older people. Is that it? No, that can't be it. There's way too many old people. There are too many old people in power. That is true. I don't know. People that speak English? No, they definitely wouldn't have an issue with that. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's tough. What could they possibly mean? How could it possibly be racist and or potentially sexist when they say black judge and these people? Gee, I wonder. I don't know. Any ideas? I'm at a loss here.
Thought the jury's recommendation was too long. She feels he hasn't mentally matured yet and never had a real shot at getting any help early in life.
But if you were to come in here and instead of being hurt and angry, which is what this court hears, right, as a 20-year-old African-American male that has been, experienced this society, etc.
God, this is
and
so
you would
slow.
show that, yes, okay, this is the situation, this is who I am. I don't want to be this person anymore. I don't want to be in jail forever.
Thompson repeatedly.
Okay, now I had to.
This person anymore. I don't want to be in jail forever.
That's what y'all trying to make me as. Okay, so, but is that what you're trying to be, dude?
Thompson repeatedly stated he did not care, not about his sentence, the victim, or her family. But Judge Davis emphasized she's the one that holds the pen, and regardless of what the media may think, she applies the law. To her, 65 years was an extremely long time. As she puts it, it's his whole life, one she doesn't believe should be spent entirely behind bars.
This court does not believe that
She's trying to help him. So she's like, look, we will help you, but you have to help yourself. If you're not going to help yourself, okay, you're going back behind bars. That's a good thing. Like, okay, yeah, these people should be trying to get help. If they're not trying to get help, then yeah, back behind bars you go. We can't have you out here fucking, hurting people either, obviously.
Thompson, if given the resources that he can get while incarcerated, is beyond being rehabilitated.
But Judge Davis thought that.
Yeah, she's saying, like, he might be beyond rehabilitation. And here's the sad thing, right? I am all for rehabilitation, but let's be honest, there are some people, like that guy, it seems, who just don't want to be rehabilitated. He's like, I don't care. Okay. But then for that account to go and make it all about black people in general, that's the issue. What? Okay. All right. I'll just show you this real quick here. I love how they do this shit, by the way. Like, I pointed this out the other day on something that I saw where, like, all of the fucking... Here, all right. Part of the outrage by Irina Zaruska's... whatever. Murder was driven by this. What the Joker said in The Dark Knight is true. In their last moments, to show you who they really are, Irina showed the world that she was a good person and didn't deserve her fate. I'm gonna be just like super real with you here. No, she didn't. She cowered for her life like anybody would. That doesn't make her a bad person by any stretch of the means, but it doesn't mean she was like a great person either. She might have been. She might have been great. I don't fucking know. But cowering in fear does not make you a good person. Like, what? Let me see if I can find... But notice, like, they're using a quote from the Joker. Like, let me see if I can find... Profile, replies... Let's see. No. What? Where is this? Okay, hold up. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you... How far back now do I have to fucking go for this shit? Oh my god. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, dude. Was it a repost? It wasn't that long ago that I Are you fucking kidding me? I pointed out, I don't know where the fuck it is. It was not in post. I guess that's in reposts, isn't it? No, but okay. All right, this one. So this is kind of unrelated, but it's still all right. So someone took they where the oh man, the original's fucking gone. That sucks. There was a post. Okay. It's not able to find it. All right, well there was a post of this where instead of all the Antifa stuff, it said ICE and shit. And someone drew it in like kind of Bruce Timm's art style of Batman punching them, right? And I pointed out the comments of the people supporting this. Which are probable spam. Bro, was this whole fucking thing deleted? Fine. My post did even say in case these cowards delete it, and it looks like they did. Unless, wait a minute. Recent maybe? Can I just... My comment is the only one there now. These fucking cowards. Alright, I'm glad I fucking posted this. Because I said, look at the comments and see the kind of people that support this. One is a Joker profile pic, another has a Wesker profile pic. The people who support ICE and are against liberals support evil and wear it like a badge of honor. This person, Joker, way better and more accurate to the actual character. And then Wesker from Resident Evil. Now that is lore accurate. Those are the kind of people that support this stuff. Those are the kind of people that would not shut up got rid of her thing again. They wouldn't shut up about Irina. As they shouldn't. Like, she's, you know, you are a disgusting human being. This is not her actual account, obviously. Oh my fucking god. But yeah, as they should be fucking, you know, caring about stuff like this. At the same time, they'll be completely silent on this. Because, as some of those other people said, yeah, it doesn't fit their narrative. Oh, we'll get to that later. Silence. They will not talk about this. They just won't. This is supposed to be a shorter video, and we're going for like an hour right now. I don't know, man. It's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. I will be going over in a video in the like very near future here, probably coming out next week, about those MAGA parents who like went viral telling their kids that they'd be okay with like Trump bombing where they live. And I'll be going over like a debate that was had with them, and because I do believe that it is possible to reach these people, reach these far right MAGA people. I don't believe they're totally lost. Just like I don't believe people like that. Well, the murderers of Irina or Lucy. Sorry, I already forgot her name. But Irina or Lucy had you know, they need help too. Genuine. Well, you know, I mean, yes, like the murderer, the MAGA dad murderer of I believe, right? No, not officially, but I believe, murderer of Lucy and the murderer of Irina are both mentally ill, just in different ways. One has bought into a cult that has turned him against his own flesh and blood, and another is suffering from schizophrenia. But you see, even when it comes to white women being killed, they only care about it if it fits their narrative. And this is not new. The idea of like black people, black men specifically, raping white wives and daughters is completely based on racism and sexual insecurity, to the point where when lynchings used to be very commonplace, oftentimes they would also cut off the men's genitals because it was a sexual insecurity thing as well. It's never about protecting. It's not even about protecting white women. White women are the pawns that they can use to further their racist and potentially bigoted in other ways agendas. That's all it's ever about. I don't really know like what else to say on. I don't really have like a big closer or a positive message at the end here. This is just fucked up, and we need to call out the hypocrisy here, and we also need to, you know, point out when these kind of things happen, like the Irina situation, and point out that like, yes, this is fucking horrible, but it's not like because the guy's black. Like that's fucking crazy, right? It is because he's schizophrenic and he needs help. Just like it's not because the guy's white that he killed his daughter, but it is because he's in a cult and he needs help. See how similar that shit is, right? Yeah, I don't really have much more to say on it. That's pretty much it. As always, these are my thoughts. Let me know what yours are in the comments down below. Follow me on social media for more. Subscribe, ring the bell to stay up to date. Leave a like if you like. And if not, I hope you find something to do like. Take care of each other out there, guys. Peace and love.